Hello, I'm VX and welcome back to the video. Today let's talk about commands in the brand new version of Minecraft. This is something I know a lot of people are still getting around to mastering or learning, but the truth is you can actually use them for a whole bunch of things, whether that's useful things, big mistakes like these giant removed chunks, or whether it's the things like making yourself a super OP human in creative or creative survival or whatever you like to do. Basically, I want to teach you how to use these commands to do some really fun, crazy things that you probably haven't tried yet, so hopefully you do enjoy this video. Again, it works for Xbox, PE, and Windows 10, but these commands also work on the Java edition, so I'm kind of teaching you two versions at once here. So hopefully you do enjoy the video, like if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets know you do enjoy these sorts of videos. I want to keep on seeing these sorts of crazy commands. Again, I quite like these like command teaching videos, and if you like them too, the best way to let me know is with a like on the video. But let's get straight into talking about exactly what I mean by how you can make yourself crazy OP in a fun way. Again, it's mostly just for fun, but you can use this against friends who don't expect it if you want to surprise them, because basically you can give yourself any stats effect in Minecraft by using commands. And by stats effect, I don't just mean like, oh yeah, well it's kind of like the stuff you get from potions, even though it does apply from that, but you can also go much beyond what a potion can give you. So for instance, you can get the speed 1 effect by typing this command right here. It's /effect at p. So to get this by step, /effect is the command, at p targets me, so you see that right there, and then speed is the speed effect, you want to be speed, and then 30 is the amount of time you want to have that speed, and then 1 is the effective speed you want to have. So if you want to have 30 seconds of speed 1, all you have to do is type, at this effect command right here, /effect, give me speed for 30 seconds, and speed at level 1. I don't know why it's in that order, it seems a bit counterintuitive, but that's how you do things, and if you do that, you get 30 seconds of speed 1, and this is pretty great, right? You can go 20% faster, but you can already do this with a potion. The only benefit you get from being able to do it with commands is you can make this effect for as long as you want. Do you want to have an infinite amount of speed 1? You can do that by just giving everyone in your world a infinite amount, or like a really long amount, like let's say 2 million seconds of speed, and you can do things easily like that. But the cool thing is you can also do next level effects. So do you want to do speed 2, for instance? This is the max level you can get from potion. You can do that too. Again, if you don't know, this is like a 40% boost. It's pretty great. Everyone, you could give this to everyone for any amount of time, even amounts of times that potions can't give you. You could give it someone for longer than a potion. You could give it someone for like literally 4 seconds when something happens. You can do anything you like for that, and that's why this command exists, because potions aren't as flexible as just being able to give someone in a command the ability to run speed. And the crazy thing about this though is not that you can just go to like, oh yeah, any command and any potion. You can also go much above what any potion can do. So if you wanted to, for instance, if you wanted to have, let's say, speed 3, go above and beyond what you meant to have, here is what speed 3 looks like. Again, this is a 60% boost roughly. Again, it gets a bit vague with the math and how it works, but as you can see, I'm going much faster, and look how zoomed out my screen is. I'm running so fast around my Minecraft world right now, and isn't that kind of crazy? And obviously when most people realize, wait, you can do speed 3, you can do things that don't exist in normal potions, the first thing you want to do, and the first thing I tried, I'll be honest, is seeing exactly how high that number can go. And unfortunately, because of the type of intro it is, you can only go up to 255. I think that's like 2 to the power of like 6 minus 1, but you only go up to 255, which maybe it's 2008, but still, you go up to 255, which means the max effect you can have is speed 30, 255. But just to show you, like, on the way there, here's speed 30, 20. So this is speed 20 effect. As you can see, I'm running this fast. Look, it's inhuman at this speed alone. Like, just look at the speed I'm going. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually work for flying. Flying seems to be capped at about speed 2. But as far as, like, going on the ground like this, it's actually pretty darn insane. And, let's just try right now. I'm kind of curious. Like, I'm like 95% sure it doesn't work for the Elytra, but just in case it does, as you can see, it also doesn't work. Exactly why that is beyond me. It seems like the way speed works on Elytra and stuff, it does seem to be capped. But if you use speed and then use an Elytra, even though you're going much faster, again, not too much faster, you're going much faster, you also get this huge field of view, and it just looks wonderful. So yeah, that was speed 20. That was 10 times the max amount of speed you meant to get. What if we went to 120 times the amount of speed you meant to get? So speed 30 times 255. This allows you to go at speed 255. So let me, without using the Elytra wings, just by walking, this is me walking around. This is me running. This is me walking. Look at the speed I'm getting. Like, I'm going so fast the game is having problems like rendering to catch up with me. It's pretty darn nuts actually. And just like look at the way I'm hopping around. I'm just like, every hop I take leads me like something like 200 blocks or something, because the speed is just so much faster than you're ever meant to get in Minecraft. It's so nuts. My field of view is as wide as it can humanly go on this version. Again, looks kind of crazy, right? And isn't that kind of great? But if we do this and then we do the second kind of thing, we go into the sky. Let's show you what that looks like. So again, this is what flying looks like with this enabled. You only go, the normal speed 2 faster, but just the view you get on everything. You can see everything around you for like 180 degrees. You can see everything this way, and although it means everything gets a bit warped when you go near it, it still looks kind of great. And also, this, this means you can essentially like cross large gaps, because, oh, do you want to go, oh, no. Actually getting anything done like this is tricky. But if we wanted to, like, let's say, sprint across this gap right here, all you have to do is this, and no, okay, as you can see, we get some crazy distance. So yeah, that's speed 255. Once you've had that speed enabled for so long, you kind of forget what it's like to run around normally, and this seems like slow motion to me now, but it's not slow motion, it's just normal motion. So yeah, that, like I said, you can go to speed 255 like this, and that's amusing enough by itself. But what if you wanted to go OP with every effect? So you can do this with positive effects and negative effects. The only other one that's like kind of positive, in my opinion, is jump boost. As you can see, we can enable jump boost to 255 too. So again, just to show you it works normally. Here is me enabling jump boost. So again, you can actually see in the menu, it tells you how to type it. Just in case you're curious, it's jump_boost. We'll give it like 20 seconds, let's just say, of the stats effect free. Let's just go above normal. This is jump boost free. As you can see, this is higher than you can normally jump in Minecraft at all. It's reminiscent of how you can jump on some servers, but as you can see, this is like fairly normal-ish. Well, what if we took that and we figured, you know what, jump free is kind of fun, but what if we made it so it was jump 255? Because, you know, now we know it's 255, let's just jump all the way to the logical conclusion. Let's show you what that looks like. And let me just say, this is silly. So I'm going to hit the A button now. This is just really, really silly. I jumped up 980 or so, 975 blocks, so about 910 blocks off the ground, and I'm so high up I can't see anything for most of the jump. It's really, really, really unnecessary, but you've got to admit it's kind of fun the first few times, and I think that's why this exists, you know? Like, again, you're never going to need jump boost 255. If we jump from up here, oh wait, it's already run out. So yeah, that's only enough time to get one jump boost in, but honestly, it's too much. I'd say the most jump boost you need is probably like, you know, 100 and something. Even if you go to a jump boost 100, you might think like, wow, that's kind of weak compared to what we just saw. This still allows you to go over 200 blocks up, and it's enough to see the entire world, then come back down, but you'll get to see it like multiple times. Like if you don't want to spend your entire time in the sky, and if you did, you could fly, you know, we do have that elytra enabled, as you can see. Look at that, now I'm flying down. Then I'd say then jump boost like 100 is still too much. Even like jump boost, like if we go to jump boost, again, something like really minor, like 35 or 36, let's just say. Look at this. This is like so much more jump boost than you ever want. And that's the problem with jump boost. Like having this much is insane, and it looks cool, but it doesn't really actually work too cool. So yeah, that's the thing you can do. But if we wanted to go really, really insane, we'll combine jump boost 100 with jump boost, with speed 255 we just had, and as you can see, this is, oh, okay, I accidentally activated my elytra. So this is the combined effect of those two things. So as you can see, I'm going to run along the ground. Okay, it's really tricky to actually activate these things at the same time. But this is me running around the sprint like that. You can see the whole world, and then it vanishes, and then you come back down, and you're sprinting faster. It's kind of unnecessary, but it's a thing you can in fact do. So yeah, that's speed 255 plus the jump boost. That's how you become an OP superhero that's just like jumping around, and you know, the Minecraft world means nothing to you at that point. And it's kind of silly, but you can do it. So I mentioned that those were the only positive effects. What do I mean by the only positive effects, you might be wondering? And the simple answer to that question is there are some negative effects you can apply this way too, and they're also kind of fun. So as well as speed, as well as jump boost, we can also activate nausea. So actually, I think blindness is more fun first. So blindness is an effect that you get from very specific things in Minecraft. It's mostly just used in servers because it's not an effect that's meant to be accessible in the main game. It's like, again, they added it and they weren't sure what they're doing with it. So blindness 20 for 20 gives us the blindness effect 20 for 20 seconds, and as you can see, we can see nothing but like just in front of us, because that's what blindness does. It also takes away your ability to sprint for some reason, and it means you can't see anything outside that distance besides mobs and like banners for some reason. Again, you can see the end city, like you can actually see quite through it to the entities and stuff. It's weird how that works, but it means you can't see most of the world, and you've got to kind of look at it the way it is. And you can actually do this all the way to 255 too. I don't spot much of a difference at 255, like you see even less it looks like, but even that I'm not too certain about. But it makes the whole game seem like a spooky horror game, because stuff like that, it renders in and out so fast. Your render distance is like one chunk, but like the amount of that render distance you can see seems to be like, oh yeah, like 0.1 of a chunk. And also you can barely see blocks below you, so as you can see from on top of this mountain you can't see anything. It's crazy, it's weird, and it's a strange thing. But also, I mentioned just a second ago, you can also have the nausea effect. So the nausea effect you get from if you have a pufferfish in the normal game. It's not a potion you can get by yourself, but you can use nausea. You can use it for, let's say, 25 seconds. And let me just warn you right now, this will hurt you to look at. This hurts me so bad. This is nausea times 5. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It hurts a lot. Like, oh man, like you try to look at things and everything's kind of wavy. This is the drugs experience in Minecraft, and it's pretty nuts, but it's really just most things, you know, rotating in a pretty consistent fashion. Like, again, it's hurting my eyes right now. Maybe it's hurting yours, but this is nausea level 5. So I'm going to warn you before I do this. This will hurt. It hurts me a lot. So, you know, maybe look away for the next few seconds and just enjoy Toycat being hurt by this. But this is nausea, you know, level effect 5. What if we went to nausea effect 255? So I'm going to, you know, let's just take 25 seconds of this. As you can see, it looks like it's the same at first, but it gets much faster, much more rapidly, and just everything starts to break much faster. So if we want to fly like this, Just spatial reasoning doesn't make any sense. Everything hurts. The end city is like, what is going on with this thing? Like, just look at that. Look at the way it rotates. It's so bizarre. And okay, it's back to normal. But still, it really, really hurt me the first few times I did this. I couldn't get past it. And if you combine that with the previous effect, because, you know, let's just say you want to have some fun, then we'll use some blindness too. Then this is blindness and nausea, which is kind of worse because your game is rotating in a way that makes no sense. This is the definition of a horror game that hurts you. Like, what is going on right here? This is the drugs experience, but in Minecraft. If you've ever wanted that, I don't know if anyone has, but if you did, then you can get it right here. However, it's not the last of the effects you can give yourself. You can give yourself any effect to 255. It's just not all of them are quite so fun. Again, you can see the full list right here. You've got jump boost, levitation, mining fatigue, nausea, night vision, poison, regeneration. All this sort of stuff works. However, most of these aren't really that fun at the max level. Like strength, for instance. It's interesting at the max level, but it just means you get a one-hit kill from like level 12 onwards or something like that. So we'll give ourselves like 15 seconds of strength 15, for instance. And then already just with that though, you know, you can see how like everything's a one-hit kill with my fist regardless. And it's like, well, I mean, that's kind of fun. And if we go then to 255, which we'll do right now, just for the giggles, you know, on the surface it seems like it's a good idea. The fact that everything's not rotating now kind of hurts me. But like everything's still a one-hit kill. Even if we take like the most powerful mob in the game. Oh, actually, there's a weird glitch where after a certain amount of strength, you don't do damage to things. And I think we hit that. I think it's an inch flow, where something goes too high, that it wraps back down to like a minus number or something. So, yeah, when you have strength 255, apparently you don't do any damage to anything. You're so powerful, you can't hurt anything. So, that's a fun little fact, I guess. I forgot about that one. I forget the exact level it happens at, but I remember that is a glitch that used to happen on the console too. So that's interesting enough. But then also, let's take this and let's apply it to the last one, which is at least interesting to look at, and that's mining fatigue. So mining fatigue, everyone knows because you get it from Guardians in Minecraft. However, you get it at level, I think it's like 3 or 4. It's not a bad level, but in the game, you can get it, like every other effect, up to level 255. So what happens if you give yourself mining fatigue? Even if you give yourself mining fatigue, so let's just give ourselves 20 seconds of 20. That's a nice round number again, right? So 20 seconds, 20 seconds of mining fatigue 20. As you can see, when we punch with anything, especially our sword, it's in super slow motion. If you want to hit stuff, you can imagine it's going to go really slowly. If you want to mine stuff, it's going to go slowly. However, the game itself isn't actually coded to handle, like, the animation goes slower with mining fatigue, but it isn't coded to handle actually you being slower at hitting stuff. So even though you look like you can hit once every, like, 5 seconds and you'd suck at PvP, the truth is, it doesn't work that way. So if I show you this in the extreme example, if we go to mining fatigue 255, apply that right now, then even though we're going at this speed, look at that sword. It's going in literally slow motion, but even though it's going at this speed, we can still hit, you know, or like our egg's going at this speed, we can still hit mobs as much as we like in that time, because that's just the animation that has the cooldown. You yourself do not, and that means you can hit stuff all you like, and if we go to survival very temporarily, then we should be able to do the same on blocks. Again, we'll be a lot slowed down when it comes to actual blocks, but you should be able to, in my understanding, destroy blocks just fine. So mining fatigue 255. Oh, no, okay, so as you can see, there is still this destroying going on, but it's not quite as fast. In fact, it is at mining fatigue 255. So, in fact, it seems slower than your hit animation actually is. Like, it'd take you like 6 or 7 hits to destroy this, normally, but it's not making any damage on this. So, yeah, if you want to make people unable to destroy blocks in a world where everyone else can, then this is an easy way to do that. If you don't want to set their game mode to adventure, you just give them mining fatigue 255, which means what you could do if you wanted to be really fun is you could combine that with, you know, with the blindness, you combine that with the nausea, and then you get blindness, nausea, can't hit things, and then if you really wanted, you could go all the way back up to speed, and you could go all the way back up to, so let's have some speed to that mixture. Okay, this is, look at what's going on here and tell me this makes any sense to you. Oh my god, it's too much. So yeah, just one more thing before we go. This is important to know. If you accidentally give yourself, because you can give yourself by accident, like, oh yeah, you type one number wrong, and you give yourself 3 million seconds of speed 255, and you might, oh, 30,000. I know that's not 3 million, but you give yourself 30,000 seconds of speed 255, and you think, this is too much, I can't deal with this for another, how long would that be? Like, it's some number of hours, like 50 hours or something. If you don't want to deal with like 50 hours off, or 500 hours off speed 255, then all you have to do is type, I think the command is like /effect, and then it's clear. So the effect is called clear, so /@p, and then the effect is instead called clear. So yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. And there you go. Now you know how to clear effects from yourself. Now the speed effect is gone, as well as from every other like if we type it again, it takes it from every other mob in the game, which is pretty crazy. Or if you do @E anyway, that's how you do it. So anyway, that said, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Yeah, because if you want to take effects from everyone, I'll just quickly mention it's at E clear instead of at P. However, you have the downside of you getting the biggest message in the chat in the world of saying, you know what, horses don't have effects, we can't take it away from them. But if you want to clear effects from everyone, you can do that, and it takes every single entity in your game and it clears effects from them. But yeah, with that said, hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you liked it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let's know you do like these sorts of wacky command tutorials. Again, I want to do these for each command to like hopefully teach you a bit more. If you want to see that, liking the videos, let us know to let me know, as well as a comment down below. Share the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you're around here. Make sure you do turn notifications on so you're seeing these videos daily on your homepage, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.